So I'm back in the corner again, guys, and you haven't seen me here for like a month. And so it's weird because the setup and the audio and everything's weird. Doing it again for whatever. But the reason why I'm back in the corner actually is because the new screen, the new backdrop for January has not come in yet. And we're getting close to that January guy. And so I'm here. Also, as a side note, I got a giggle every single time. Speaking of backdrops, somebody asked me a question about the backdrop in, the entire month of December, right? Like, why are there only three stockings hanging? I thought there were four of you. Or are those crocheted snowflakes and ornaments on the tree? And I'm like, it's a backdrop. It's not real. I just wanted to get festive. It's still right there. It's still not taken away because I just want to hang the New Year's one over it. It's whatever. I thought it was funny, all the questions that I got, and I found it very humorous. Like, cool. People got to see, I guess, a piece of maybe what my in-home decor would be. It's definitely not anything that you saw in December, but it was a cute backdrop. That, of course, has nothing whatsoever to do with today's video, except it kind of does because today is a random musings video, and I will tell you more about said random musings video and why I'm doing it in just a moment. But before I do, hello, I am Mrs. Soap and Clay. Let's make stuff. How's it going, Sudsers? Welcome back to the channel. You are at Soap and Clay, where we make all the soapy things, and you are here for day 209 of 365 days of soap. And today, as I said, we're doing a random musings video. It's kind of just a recap of the year. I keep kicking around the idea to do a sneak live on you guys, and me and Mr. Soap and Clay will just sit and talk about 2021 in its entirety and kind of what we're planning on doing for 2022, both professionally, things you care about, and personally, things you guys still care about, but professional is what you guys mostly get to see. So yeah, I haven't been able to do that yet and to get everything in order, mostly because it's been cold like you would not believe up here, and we just don't want to go out to the pontoon and do the filming thing. We just don't want to do it because our house is warm. Pontoon's cold. Heater is now making noises because it's shutting off in said pontoon where I am right now, but only for a few minutes, right? So it's not, as big of a deal as several hours. Anyway, random musings video today. We will be making a soap or stamping a soap or doing something with soap while I just kind of talk about 2021 and the business and the shop and all of the things. So, let's get to some more low-key content now. I really actually have no idea what we are doing today, guys. It's kind of the end of the year. My brain is fried, day, and I have stamping footage that I had slotted in for this day, but I did an FAQ yesterday. I already did one of those guys, and normally I do an FAQ over stamping because there's less to explain, and I did nothing yesterday to explain what we were making, but also I've made that guy before. You can go check out year one for that information on that salt brain bar. But I can't do 2 FAQs in a row. And so I'm just going to kind of, wing it today. And we are going to stamp some beautiful soaps for a drop in the ocean while we're doing it. And is that dialing it in? Maybe. Do you care? Probably not. I will live to fight another day because, it's the end of the year, baby. And 2021 has been weird. And so these are a drop in the ocean's dish soaps, a recipe which I have given you on the channel, probably 4 times at this point. I have done so. So go check those out. Let's plug the channel today. But yeah, so for those of you who may have missed the live on Boxing Day, maybe we just do a recap today. Like big wins. Maybe that's a better way to do it because Boxing Day was kind of a lot of expressing annoyances at 2021 because 2021 was actually legitimately super and incredibly annoying. So, maybe a more positive spin. How about some wins? Well, my biggest win was I shut down the retail shop. That was a huge win for me. And as we talked about during the Boxing Day video, it was not because of COVID at all. I had 0 problems whatsoever keeping the retail shop alive during COVID. I have been tired of it for a while. And that's not to say that the people that come in that I love, I don't enjoy, because I absolutely do enjoy them. But I took those people with me. They became real friends outside of the whole, buying of a product thing. And they're still my people. And so that was great. And so I lost literally nothing through that as far as the actual, relationships with people go. And for the rest of it, I don't know. I was legitimately just very tired of doing retail and being away from my family on the weekends because that's not fun. That's not the goal. That's not the dream. You know what I mean? And so when I had an opportunity, when an opportunity presented itself in the form of, the former Soapprentice spreading her wings and leaving, because that's the only reason I was sticking around. I was just trying to give her a safe place to always land because these poor kids coming up in all of this, they might very well just assume that this is the world. This is normal. The last 2 years, that is. And I wanted to make sure that she always had a nice place to come home to be at, that no matter what, there is some sort of normalcy there. And then she peaced out and went to move on to her next adventure. And that gave me the opportunity to move on to mine. And so that's a huge win. And within all of that, I have been able to spend more time with my family, do more things with the growing of the online business, which I'm always just shit at. Mr. Webman. Yes, I'm doing the wrist thingy for the Spider-Man web. Yep. Wanted me to do. And I have a much shorter commute and a much better work-life balance. And in all honesty, I'm not 100% sure that I will reopen. I have a space. It's a great space. I've been paying for said space. I just don't know that I want to use it. And during that time when I was trying to figure out whether or not I wanted to use it, I came up with some other very cool ideas to get my teaching fix in and to continue on with that whole, part of my business. But as far as retail is concerned, I don't know. I don't know. I don't see myself. I'm not doing it anytime soon. That is definitely where I am right now. And that is a huge win. That is most definitely not a loss. I found myself when I was able to shut down my retail shop and start living instead of just surviving. I mean, I found myself on this channel. You guys kind of watched me do it. My very first video was literally a week after I had been shut down because COVID. And I was climbing the walls, not knowing what to do when I didn't have classes and people to talk to. And so I started the YouTube channel, and we have built an amazing community together that has, kept me sane and moving and motivated, and all of my needs have been met. So huge win, like giant, giant, giant win in 2021 to realize that. Okay, so these are the shape bars for A Drop in the Ocean, and the bars that we stamped before were her sensitive skin bars, which I used in a video, about a week ago to talk to you about sensitive skin and why is sensitive skin, really. So this is for A Drop in the Ocean's shave bar line. Also, I don't know that I've actually talked about it. I think maybe I have. But regardless, yeah, no, I totally have. But I'm going to plug it again because this is cool. I will be doing a collaboration with A Drop in the Ocean in the next, we're doing the actual Zoom, and recording and whatever in like, I don't know, a week. And so those videos will be out on our socials in the next week to 3 weeks. I don't know. Depends on our schedule and our ability to do editing. But we are doing a cool collaboration with her, me as a vendor of her products, and her as who she is as a small business owner and what makes her tick and all of the jazz. So that's fun. And that's also a huge win. Like having enough time, and that's a weird thing to say because like my time is actually still, I'm still wildly busy every single day, but my brain is focusing on different areas. And as it focused on different areas, it started to sort of reset. And it allowed me to sort of realize the absolute joy of cutting out the bullshit, the things that you don't necessarily need. I guess in 2021, even though it was completely insane and I was keyed up all of the time for a myriad of reasons, right? Like the world is on fire around me, politically, socially, all of the lees. And I'm going through big changes within, my life and my shop and whether or not the kids go back to school. Because, for half of 2021, I was still educating them. That was wild and weird. But so I've still been really busy, but different kinds of busy. I realize that there's very real joy in cutting out the things that don't, bring you joy. You find real fulfillment when you just let some things go. And some of those things were business related. Some of those things were personal relationships related. Some of those things were just, I don't know, my need to be in control of everything related. And once I stopped focusing all of my energy on that and just focused on the things that I care about. So the things that I care about are what exactly? Well, my relationships with my family, my immediate, my extended, my relationships with my sudsers, the YouTube channel, which is an extension of my relationships with my sudsers. I found a real purpose that I didn't realize I needed, if that makes sense. And once I started focusing on that, instead of trying to keep up on the biggest, newest scandal in some, I don't actually give a shit about what 99% of the YouTubers do, because 99% of them are the drama channels that are always involved in some sort of horrible thing. I don't actually care. Once I actually stopped doing that and tuned into things that I do care about, like spending time with my kids and building a cool island on Animal Crossing and not having a set time for how long I could do that. My brain started to rewire, and I realized that I don't need that. I don't need to check Twitter or Facebook or Instagram or all of my socials all of the time for, FOMO. I have no fear of missing out on the next big trend or information or whatever, because I have kind of structured my life around the things that actually bring me joy. And again, those things include my family, the sudzers within the community, and that's kind of it. And I'm super happy with that. And, I guess the final, I have lots of big wins with all of this, really. But the final big win, just a few days from the end of 2021, is having survived it. And we should all be patting ourselves on the back for that guy, because wow, it was a weird year. We thought 2020 was weird. 2021 came in with a hold my beer attitude and did not fail to deliver. And so I survived it and learned a lot about myself. And I hope you guys did too. And I'm not going to give any sort of weird, end of year, 2022 is going to be the best year ever. I'm not going to do that, because how many times have we done so and then the next year just kicks us in the teeth? So I'm going to celebrate having survived 2021. And surely 2022 can't be any worse, right? I just jinxed us all. That you can go ahead and clip that and remind me when 2022 hands us, I don't know, first contact and all kinds of, I don't know. We'll see how that all works out. But, I'm glad that I survived 2021, and I'm glad you all did too. And that is day 209, a few days left of this weird ass year. And I'm so grateful that all of you joined me for this whole thing. And there it is, a bunch of random musings from yours truly. Me. Truly. Basically just saying whatever pops into my head, because I can. It's my channel, and I do what I want around here. And so, yeah, that's it. It's definitely been a very crazy year. And as we are drawing to a close, I find myself really wanting to do these positive affirmations and say 2022 is going to be the best year ever. But we can't do that right now. As one of the sudsers pointed out a couple days ago in comments, 2022 is also 2022. TOO. So let's not set our sights too high, I suppose, is the lesson that can be learned after having lived 2020 2.0, 2021. This is all very confusing. And I hope you guys are loving that, because I sort of weirdly am. My brain is chaotic and weird right now, and that basically sums up what 2021 has been for me personally, and I'm sure you guys experienced quite a bit of that as well. If you guys are interested in going back to normal content, stay subscribed. That would be excellent, sudsers. Please stick with me. 2022 is going to be normal content, I promise, but we're going to low-key and weird for the last couple weeks of 2021 because my brain needed a reset and I still wanted to do daily content. So this was a way for me to get both done. If you guys are interested in seeing what that normal content even looks like, should you be new here, subscribe, do the things. And for my sudsers, again, don't leave. We're going back to normal in 2022, for sure. And I will see all of you back here tomorrow for another round of soapy fun. Bye.